invest in stocks right now? Yes. Here's my response, ladies and gentlemen, after Jerome Powell just came and gave a big hug to the top 10 percenters of the stock market. That's right. If you're paying attention, he's making it happen for that soft landing. But the OCs, us, we have a lot to worry about because the stock market is not Main Street. And we're going to talk about it tonight, as usual, here in the SSN Nation. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much once again for being here, as I mentioned early. Now, please share the videos, smash the like button, but most importantly, share the videos because there's millions of people out here sleepwalking because they weren't able to check out the news today. They just went to their job, working their 8 to 12 to 15, 16 hours today. They come home, they're tired. They don't know what Powell just said to increase rates and to increase green today in the stock market. They don't know that he made a mention of we're going to slow it down. But let me know what you guys are thinking yourselves, because again, tonight is the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that can be in the chat room. If you're here trying to get in the chat room and can't, then that means you do not have an icon next to your name, because it's members only on Wednesday night that can be in the chat room. Everybody, you can watch and listen because we have a lot to talk about. The stock market is, like I said, where you should be putting your money. We've talked about this. If you want to be the CEO of your life, if you want to be an emerging millionaire, because you know nobody's coming to save you, ladies and gentlemen. They'll take your money, but they'll give you kibbles and bits in return. So what do? We be the CEO. That's what we're going to do. And therefore, we need to be in equities. If you want to be a millionaire, equities. If you want to be a millionaire, real estate. If you want to be a millionaire, business says, with an S at the end, multiple businesses. And you need passive income coming in. So, of course, we have a lot to talk about. But tonight, should you invest in stocks right now? Yes, is the answer. Why? Because they just gave a green light for stocks to be lit for the next 6 months. Now, anything that's going to require credit, now that's another issue. Mortgage rates are still going to continue, so homes are going to still continue to decrease in value. Stocks, on the other hand, were the top 10% of the wealthiest, own 89% of. They need that to be green, ladies and gentlemen. And you might as well join the ride and get some of that free asset money. You guys are in position. You're here and stop struggling now. This is what we do. We make sure you're ahead of the game. Remember a few days ago, a week ago, when I mentioned why get renewable energy stocks, why not get EV related stocks? Now you're seeing why. They're not going to lose, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see who's in the house tonight. It looks like Victor Marrero is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that has the icon next to their name to get be in the chat room. And welcome. He says one of two taglines tonight. How hi all, let's do this. And that's what we're going to do. I have a lot to talk about. Victor Marrero, this is right up your alley. Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Marrero, over the last week or so, he's been on a tear. He's been dropping gems during the lives. They're only gems you can get by watching the live streams or the replays. And it ranges from ETFs to stocks to hedge funds. He's got it all. And we're talking about it again tonight. And of course, we want passive income while the passive income stocks are good, because if the stock market is going up, when a dividend stock is giving great returns during a bad time, or when stock market is down year to date, imagine when the stock market goes up, are they going to still give dividends? Hell yes. And if you can lock in 15, 16, 17, 18% dividend returns for life, possibly for a few years, who wouldn't want that? Doubling your money while just sitting around doing nothing. And if stock prices increase, it's a double winner, right? So we're going to talk about that and a lot more. LeVern Penix is in the house. Welcome to the SS Nation Wednesday night live stream, where he has the icon, so he qualifies for the members only chat room tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And he brings his tagline tonight. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. Today, the streets were paved with gold. Yes, that's right. Do the brushing, do the pumping up, do the dance, whatever you got to do it all, because Powell just let it out the bag. The top 10 percenters who are investing in the stock market, you guys might as well just come along for the ride. Because he came, he called me earlier and said, Eric, we're going to do 0.5. I was like, man, I already knew you're going to do 0.5 a month ago. You don't have the cojones to go 0.75 or 1%. So you don't need to play with me. Thank you for the call. And I know what you're going to say on the next TV appearance. You're going to say, oh, we're minimizing it down to 0.50. And the rest of the stock market's going to go hip, hip, hooray. That's what's going down, ladies and gentlemen. You got to understand, blue horseshoe number 21. He's given a signal to the top 10 percenters of the wealthiest once again, and he gave a signal to us as well. This is where your extra money needs to go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, a little bit of it, not a lot, just because we still are in 1929. But he's doing one hell of a freaking job. I got to give the man credit. All right, and by the way, anybody who shows up tonight in the chat room, there's going to be a limited amount of people. I understand there's only members with the icon here. Let me saw the trailer and receive the YouTube notification. That would be greatly appreciated. LeVern Penix, aka Mr. Cool, has said, I received a notification and trailer. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right, there we are. Victor Morero, right up your alley. He says stock market had a nice pump at the end today. I see a lot of green on the dashboard. Not out of the water yet. Exactly. We're not out of the water yet, but let's just call it what it is. He said, even at a 7% inflation rate, their numbers, the lie, they are saying this is like 2% to them, like where we want to be. So we don't need to go aggressive anymore with the interest rate hikes. This is a recipe for disaster. That's right. There's a two-way call when we're talking with Powell. Hey, that's a recipe for disaster. The rest of the world has inflation. And why would you be immune, USA? Because you actually buy your products from the rest of the world. So prices are going to go up. But he's like, we don't count rental prices. We don't count grocery prices. We don't count this. We take that out of the inflation calculation. Who cares about that? Only the lower 90% have to deal with that stuff. I only deal with making sure the stocks stay up at a certain price level. Go on about your business. I got a conference to talk to people with now. All right. This is what's happening. You got to understand where you are, ladies and gentlemen. You want to be an emerging millionaire? You want to be a billionaire, millionaire? Well, then stay tuned, because right here, we are building it for you. All you have to do is just keep coming back. I dropped a video earlier today, luxury condos in Cap Cana, 7 Mars. We talked about it here on the live stream about a week or two. Oh, no, about 7 days ago, 5 days ago. And yeah, they're $1 million condos. 8,000 square feet, 9,000 square feet, 10,000 square feet condos. They're $1 million now in the Dominican Republic. Condos. Ocean Views, yes. Cap Cana, the right address, yes. That's real estate. Now let's get back into the market. All green today. It's going to be green. Let's just 1929 to 1930, 31. They had this kind of thing, except what they didn't have before is a Federal Reserve chairman like Jerome Powell and the rest of these presidents. They didn't have them before in the 1929s through the 1930s because they had to be reactionary after the banks closed on holiday. People couldn't withdraw their money. Everybody's rushing down to the bank. All of a sudden, there's no food or groceries or nothing around. All of a sudden, you can't get anything. People don't have jobs, can't get money to pay people. Businesses shut down. It's just a mess. But this time, they don't have any problem with printing money. Did you know Jerome Powell said, Eric, you know we don't have problem printing money. Who cares about that? Money's only dead anyhow. That's a debt note. Who cares? We'll go to $39 trillion for all I care. I'm not going to let the top 10 percenters, the wealthiest, fall down like it's 1929 and 1931. And so then I said to him, hey, you know, if you print more money, that means there's more inflation. And that also means the dollar value goes down. That also means 90% of your population is going to be screwed. He says, no worries. We'll figure out a soft landing later. I'm like, you're scaring me now. What do you mean soft landing later? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a little fun because that's the conversation that people need to have with him when he's answering questions. Here we are. 1929 to 1931, 32 is in effect right now. We're going to have 3-4 weeks of greenery in the stock market. Then we're going to have some down. Then we're going to have some week or two of greenery in the stock market because when they come out in January and have a chit chat, see, he's going to say it sound nearly the same. Eventually, there comes a time when the piper has to be paid. All right, speaking of the piper has to be paid. Let's see, what do I have on the screen? I don't even remember what I had up here. Let's go look and see. Oh, the piper has to pay. That's right. Here it is. Stocks surge after Powell says Fed will slow down interest rate hikes. Of course, this came out. Of course, they're all happy. It's jubilee everywhere. Now, what's going to happen over the next few days? Same thing. It'll be in a little greenery. No worries. They're fertilizing the place. All right. Nothing's going to change around here. But look here. Here's the part you don't know. Inflation fight has a long way to go. He mentioned that, but everybody heard interest rates are going to be not hiked as high as in the past, called loosening policy. So see, those words right there was like a signal to be in the green. But what's going to end up happening is after this month, this is when people are buying with their credit cards, and they're going to do the same thing. All-time record, again, records for Cyber Monday, records for Black Friday. There's going to be records during Christmas week. There's going to be records, but after that, when jobs start reducing, the high earner jobs are reduced, when people are finding out that they don't have the income to pay for this crazy inflation, now that's when things are going to come to a halt because it's not going to be the seasonal employees because they're claiming seasonal employees as part of employment numbers. See, remember, they hire people November, December, and then into January. So it appears all these people have a job when in fact, millions of people are going to be laid off. All right. Then what? So just stay the course, ladies and gentlemen. Any stocks that you love right now, you better love them if they go down too. That's the only stocks you should be investing in. I'm going to give you some more though, but we're going to keep talking about this. And something else I need to talk about, which is not really stock related, but ultimately will be stock related. I'm going to bring this onto the screen now. This, all right, this here is what I put on screen regarding BlackRock. So let me see if I can, that's not what I want, actually. Let me see if I can get it up on the screen here for us. I might have messed that up. No, that's the one I want. BlackRock. This is from July. All right. I still want to reiterate to people. Listen. All right. This is, should you invest in stocks right now? Yes. Here's my response. 1929 to 1931, 32, 33. There were days, weeks where stuff like this was discussed. Stocks rose because people started saying, hey, let me get back in because this is at the low. And then the next thing you know, it dropped further down later. Whether it was 2 weeks later, a month later, it went down further than it rose. I believe that's what we're in. Now, this is regarding housing. Housing makes up the bottom 50%. Homes make up most of the wealth based on the equity of homes. So if the bottom 50% do not have equity in their homes, wealth is wiped out in essence because you can't borrow against it. You can't take it out and buy a business or buy into some other asset. So therefore, if you only owe if your house is only worth what you owe, that means there's no value there for guess who? The bottom 50% who's putting their money into the 401ks, who giving their money to a company, a hedge fund like BlackRock, Blackstone. All of these hedge funds that people put their 401ks, look at this right here. They lost 1.7 trillion. This is from July. 1.7 trillion in 1 year they lost. So when people are out here saying, hey, BlackRock and all these guys, they're going to be buying up homes. Yes, that's what they did already with their Blackstone spinoff. And those homes are down 10, 20, 30%. They're selling those for a loss. And this is what exactly happens. So this is what I'm saying. Stay calm, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And because we are here in the SSN Nation, you guys know we have something to always do. So if you're going to short something, what would you do? You would short homes, builders, right? You would short home builders. You would short any suppliers to the home builders, right? Some people are still thinking that these guys are going to spend billions of dollars to buy homes that are overpriced. I don't know when they're going to know it or when they're going to buy, because right now, Jerome Powell just said, hey, we're going to ease up on the interest rates, even though they're going to be at 7.5, 8, 8.5%. People are still thinking for some unknown reason that homes are going to increase in value because they're going to buy millions of homes. No, they're not. They're going to find themselves in this situation, and they're not going to want to lose another $2 trillion next year. All right. Just keep that in mind. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. Get your pen, pads, and papers ready. And that's not the only one. So I'm going to do it twice. So another perspective, so to speak, on this BlackRock situation. It must be nice to lose $1 trillion, almost by now $1 trillion. So this is up until the first 6 months. 10.7 trillion L's. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? That's just the 6 months. But look at this. The firm hit an all-time record. You guys are perpetuating your own downfall if you don't own property. They hit look at this. They hit 10 trillion under management in Q4 of 2021. Last year this time, they got enough money into their coffers. That's ordinary citizens who putting in their 401k, their pension companies giving them money. They got 10 trillion, the first firm to ever do that. And they turn around and have lost 1.7. Guess what? You guys are giving them, and hey, I can't say it's bad. All I'm saying is think of it this way. You're giving them money. They're using your money to buy up what fits the population who has a net worth of under $100,000. Their wealth is in their home. All right. You're giving them your $100 a week or $300 a week or $300 a month or $800 a month. It's going to BlackRock via maybe your investment vehicle. They turn around, buy up apartment buildings, buy up homes, and then see, we're perpetuating the cycle. That's why here at SSN Nation, we talk about CEO of your life. You do this. You make sure that you have everything under your control, because otherwise you could find yourself like when a bank disappears, merges, when like an FTX in crypto occurs, and all of a sudden everybody's filing bankruptcy and your money is at stake. You're locked up, but they are going to get bailouts. They're going to get help. You're not going to get help, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's do this. We're going to start this situation going, conversation. People will understand there's more than moving parts. Stocks is not the only thing in the world. There's other investment vehicles, and you need to start thinking about keeping your money close to your vest. You should start seriously considering thinking, hey, maybe I should manage my own. I know what I want to put it into. In fact, I know what my 401k, where they're sending the money. Maybe I should do it myself. All right. Start thinking a little differently, because you're going to need your crypto in your possession. You're going to need your money in your possession, and you don't need your money sitting in a bank neither. All of this is smoke and mirrors, because they're still printing money as we speak. Inflation is still going higher around the world as we speak. We cannot escape. All right. That's the real. Now, let's get into it some more. Victor Marrero, he's saying, I know we've been talking about it, but don't underestimate the power of recompounding of earned dividends, a true making money while you sleep scenario, a money printer. And Victor Marrero, I have some dividend stocks loaded up tonight because we're trying to get 18% return on our money as of right now. So you can imagine if the stock market goes down, that means the percentage goes up. But you've read my mind. We're not sleeping. We never sleep. And Victor Marrero, thank you so much. You gave me a perfect segue, because get your pen, pads, and paper, because I'm going to talk about something, well, that I haven't talked about regarding dividend stocks. In fact, let's just go with this one right here. Let's go with the beautiful scenario of oil. You know, we got to love oil, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk oil. Thank you, Victor Marrero, for mentioning that. Oil. Oil is very interesting. Is oil going to increase in price, or is it going to go down? Now, in order for our dollar, let's just get things in perspective. In order for the United States dollar to stay on some sort of even keel, oil is necessary to our economy. The petrodollar is what the rest of the world calls our dollar currency. It's backed by the deal we made in 1972 after the gold standard with Saudi Arabia and the OPEC nations reality. So you need oil to be at a certain level. It can't be at like when we had the pandemic and it went down to damn near zero. That's a problem. So needless to say, this is why our president at the time called up the OPEC, well, Saudi Arabia and Russia, and said, hey, man, cut production. Oil's down to zero. We can't have this. Cut production now. I'll sign a 2-year deal. Cut production. Well, that's the only way we can make sure that the dollar stays afloat properly. Now, if you know oil is needed to make sure the dollar stays afloat properly, what happens in an inflationary environment? the dollar is worth less. And then because we have the world currency, our dollar is worth more against the other currencies. That's a problem. Because if it costs more for people to buy our goods and services, that means they might not buy our goods and services. So a high dollar value compared to other currencies is not good. So what do we need to do? Well, we're going to have oil prices still continue to stay the same, go up a little bit, because the dollar is going to come down due to our inflation as well. So they're kind of stay on this equal balance. It's very, very hard, I got to say, when you're talking about trillions of dollars. But oil. Let's go with an oil company, shall we? How about MV Trust? Yes, MV Oil Trust. I know, you guys. I know. I haven't talked about this ever. I get you. M as in Mary, V as in Victor, O. Get your pen, pad, and papers. Why? 16.37%. And the reason why you get your pen, pad, and papers is so you can do your own due diligence. That's why. 16.37%. Look at this. Here's what's even funnier. This is at $13.56. So if this price goes below $13.56, that means the dividend yield will go higher. Now, if this is going to go lower, this will be news to me. I think it's going to hover around this section right here for a while. It's not, whether it goes to $14, whether it goes to $13, it doesn't really matter. It's going to stay in this range because the dollar value for oil is about right where they want it to be, in my opinion. All right. Now, this is all my opinion. Do your own research, check it out yourself, make your own decisions. But the fact of the matter is 16.37 with the stock ticker symbol M as in Mary, V as in Victor, O. All right. What can I say? Had to bring you a new one, ladies and gentlemen. MVO. All right. MV Oil Trust. Find out what the oil trust actually has in their trust. How about that? All right. Let's go to something else. Now, there's some other things that happens during a down economy. Beauty, health, those kind of things actually, for whatever reason, people tend to spend money on. And it just so happens that there's something on the NASDAQ called Natural Health Trends Corporation. And ladies and gentlemen, 19.66%. All right, 19.66%. So if we would have the MVO and then this one, the NHTC, guess what happens? We're at damn near 19%. Return on your money, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you, where do you get 19%, 17% return on your money from? I know a lot of people are thinking, Eric, I think I'm doing crypto. I know you're doing high risk. Like I said, crypto's high risk, high rewards, unless it's backed by real world assets. But here's NHTC. N is in Nancy, H is in Henry, T is in Tom, C is in Charles. 19.66%, Natural Health Trends Corporation. So I just want to get those two out of the way first. Because when you do 19.6 and then you do like 17% and then you do 16.5 and have something like almost an 18% return year after year, and as Victor Marrero so eloquently put it, let me go actually look at it like he said. Like he said, a true making money while you sleep scenario. Don't underestimate the power of recompounding of earned dividends. That's right. The man, he's like right here. See, he's in the SSN Nation. He's the CEO of his life. He understands exactly what time it is. Just so happens we already have it loaded up. If you aren't personally involved in what your 401k is investing on, you're missing out. most of the 401ks will put you into a target fund based on your age. You need to build your own folder. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Exactly. They sit there and go, oh, this guy's 25 years old. I guess we'll put him into this long-term plan. Then they might do opposites. Some people will say, well, they're younger, so they can take higher risk. But they won't just arbitrarily be able to go, hey, we're going to buy some MVO, NHTC, because they're giving out 17%. And guess what? We're only giving you guys 9%. So we're going to take the difference between that, and we can earn ourselves 9%. They can earn themselves 9%. And if we send them something at the end of the year and said you got 9% return on your money, they're happy. All of these little backdoor moves that you guys really don't know or think about, that's what they're doing. They're able to rebalance their portfolio whenever they want to. They don't have to call you up and say, hey, what do you think? Do you think we should get some NHTC since it's 19.66? Wait a minute. Hold on. That's 20%? Man, taking candy from a baby out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. NHTC. And Victor Marrero's hit the nail on the head again. Okay, one other thing I should mention. Tomorrow, Larimar. There's going to be a live stream. I think it's going to be in the morning, though, because Gennaro from Larimar, he's coming back on. Larimar City, Punta Cana. Their condos, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be one of the best projects in Punta Cana, the way they're showing it right now. If they're able to pull this off, it's going down. And thanks to Cap Cana, the 7, I don't know if it's called 7 Mares, but since we're talking Spanish, I think it's going to be called 7 Mares. So I don't know how they pronounce it because it's spelled M-A-R-E-S, and Dominican Republic is Spanish, so it should be Mares, but I haven't listened to any videos to see how people are pronouncing 7 Mares. Cap Cana is what I'm going to be calling it until I know otherwise. But they have $1 million 3-bedroom condos at Cap Cana, $3.8 million condos in Cap Cana. Larimar is making a project. It's not inside Cap Cana, though. But they're making a project that seemingly could rival Cap Cana, but without being in a gated community, actually being open to the public, because they're going to have their own downtown with restaurants, bars, clubs, convention center, all of it. 40,000. Actually, their paperwork said 30,000 units. Their other paperwork and their brochure say 40. So I don't know, 30,000 people in one location is still a hell of a lot of people. Or units, I'll put it that way. I don't know if anybody's going to live there, but units, it's out of control. It's a city, literally. So therefore, they're making something with 5-star resorts. But Gennaro's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be 11 a.m. because I talked to him earlier today. But you guys know, make sure you have signed up with the newsletter. It's at the very bottom of the description below the video where you can sign up for the newsletter, because I'll be sending out a newsletter tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe he'll do it at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, but he's not going to be doing it normally at 7 or 8 at night, I don't believe. So we'll see what happens there. Now, after the NHTC, let's go a little more conservative. All right. Victor Marrero, his favorite thing, he knows what's coming. We're going to get into some that people have heard about before. So we're going to go with our JEPI, Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. And you know it rose today after the news and the after hours, a little trickle up. You know that. So this is basically $6 actually now was the dividend this year. And so therefore, it's over 10%. So it's almost 11%. So this is kind of in the safe zone as far as I'm concerned. JP Morgan's a Fed bank. So that's a safe zone. And that's J as in Jack, E as in Eric, P as in Paul, I as in India. That's JEPI. That is what you should be considering at 11% at these prices. Now, if the stock market goes down, you get to say hip, hip, hooray whenever they do the dividends. So if the price is $54 and you receive a dividend, then that means you get more percentage on your money. So think of it that way. That's a good thing, I would think. So there's JEPI. In fact, I need to close some windows down because there's just too much stuff here. All right, now let's go. We need some more. Now I dip down a little bit for you just to go to the safer zone because this is going to be the Wild West. Powell has set this up beautifully. I got to give the man credit. He's playing chess. Him and his board of presidents for the Fed. They're playing chess out here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, he might be able to pull off this soft landing, so to speak, only for the top 10 percenters. The bottom 90%, it's going to be a rough ride. All right. It's going to be a pretty rough ride. All right. Now, I think I lost something. Oh, Orchard Capital, ORC. O is in Oscar, R is in Robert, C is in Charles. Even they had a tick up today because when he made that announcement, the REITs are loving this because the REITs are like, oh, wait a minute, no 0.75, no 1 point, and they're talking about slowing things down. That means, wait a minute, we might be able to maintain that 7%, 8% return on our money. Hell yeah. So 17.68% dividend return from Orchard Island Capital, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Most of you guys already know about them. We're going to the old standards, ladies and gentlemen. Most people know about these. And I have to go with my man, Icahn, Carl Icahn to be exact. I got to go with him right now. My girl, Kathy Woods, is going to be coming back, ladies and gentlemen. You know I love her, but unfortunately, she was able to ride the easy road in 2017 and 2018 because of the free money, going to zero interest rates and all that stuff. Now that she has to actually do something, she's been taking big L's. So she's had to rebalance all of her portfolios this whole year. So it's going to be very interesting what happens the following year. But we're rocking with Icahn Enterprises right now. I as in India, E as in Eric, P as in Paul, $51.18. And of course, they rose up today. Everybody rose up today. 15.63% at this buy price. Are you guys getting this? This is easily over 15% on your money. There's 4 or 5 stocks I've given you already that you could lock in and say, hey, man, I'm getting 17% on my money. I don't know why somebody's going to come to me and say, hey, man, we're going to give you 5 or 10% return on your money. You're going to be looking at them like, why am I going to waste my time with that? I can go to bed at night and get that. All right. So there you go. Icahn Enterprises, 15.63% at the $51.18. And if it goes down or up, if you don't buy now, then the yield, if the price goes up, then the yield goes down. Just keep that in mind. All right. So when he's giving the dance to everybody and making people go the happy dance, as Victor Marrero often says, then we have issues, right? We have issues. So all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Victor Marrero giving us some Spanish. Mares, that means seas in Spanish. I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. But I don't know how to pronounce it though, because like I said, in Spanish, I would think it's called Mares, but I don't know. At least that's what I'm thinking it is. Because I know if it was without an S, it's Mare. So that's why I'm thinking it's Mares. Let me know. I don't know. Maybe there's no way to really spell it because the Spanish lingo, I can't really do the pronunciation properly. All right. AGNC. Look at this big up. These are REITs, ladies and gentlemen. They're loving the low interest rates. They get to protect their profits. All right. 14% after the big leap, 2.88% today, 14.41. Again, there's nothing to sneeze at. Where are you going to be able to just get this while you're sleeping? 1% per month return. If you could get that, that's 12% a year. You can get that on almost every stock except for the JEPI one that I showed you so far. Even JEPI's at 0.8, I believe. But again, If you would have been here a month or two back, Jeppy, you would have been well over 11. You would be been at 11.78, 12%, because they upped their dividend return. Instead of $5.78, it's $6. I think it's 1 cent or 12 cents. I can't remember. But anyhow, they upped it by almost 20. Well, it was more than 25 cents. So that means if you had 11.78% return, you now are into the 12. So you'd be able to get 1% return even on Jeppy if you'd have been with us before. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. When you're suppressed, people don't get to find out about this great stuff. A is in Apple, G is in George, N is in Nancy, C is in Charles Investment Group on the NASDAQ. They're a REIT as well. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're going to go into some lower priced ones. So some people might say, okay, Eric, what about some more? Okay. Well, I mentioned this one on Monday. Don't miss our Money Making Monday live streams. This is REFI, REFI. They're also a REIT. They went up and then came down, which is weird. 11.6% annually. Compound. The eighth wonder of the world, according to Einstein, and he's correct. All right. So there goes another one for you. And we'll keep going because this is something that Mr. Financial mentioned the other day on Monday. And he actually posted on his Instagram, OMF, which is OneMain. And the thing is, 2 years ago, we were talking about this OneMain. All right. Now I want to, I got to show you something because OneMain right now is 9.65%. And I got to show you guys over here in 2020, look at this. This was $21. I'm just saying it was nowhere near 9.65 because it was more like near 16%, 17%. So over the last 2 years, earning 17% return, inflation did not matter. All right, just saying. So at 9.65%, that is still good, especially if in your portfolio you have other things going on where you're 17, 18, 19% or 20%. Some of us have 20% on ORC because it was over 20% at one time. So I just had to mention that as well. O is in Oscar, M is in Mary, F is in Frank. A little lower dividend returns, but I still have to mention it. And then, of course, I'll just mention this. I won't show on the screen. PSEC as well. P is in Paul, S is in Sam, E is in Eric, C is in Charles. That's 5. That's 9 point something percent as well. It matches what the NASDAQ or Dow Jones basically gives you a return of every year, 9.6, 9.8. But reinvestments is always the thing. All right. So once again, I won't go into that any further. Now, I wanted to, no, I didn't want to do that. So that's pretty much it on the dividend investing. That's pretty much it on the reasons why you need to study and understand what's happening with the markets and why the United States economy works like it does. Just remember that dollar bill you're carrying around is not a dollar bill positive. That's a debt. You're buying somebody else's debt is literally what you have done. All right. You're owning debt. That's what a dollar bill is. So think about it. It's crazy. All right. And why I'm going to bring that up? Because we have conversation. We have information to discuss, knowledge to discuss. All right. So look at this here. Speaking of JP Morgan, check this out. Company 888. A lot of people don't understand the ecosystem. See all that green upstairs? Hold on. Let's go look at this green. Look at this green, green, green. Jerome Powell doing the damn thing. Gold up 6.68. All right. JP Morgan, 417. Now, listen to me very carefully. In fact, everybody, this is something you should read. This is something everybody should read because they don't understand the ecosystem behind the scenes when they're over here making deals with companies and you're sitting there like, okay, so these guys actually bought into this company for 100 million. No biggie. It's a biggie, ladies and gentlemen, because you might think, let's say for instance 888 isn't making profits, right? But they have $417 million that they invested in 888. So what do? You open up some bonds, paper bonds. You say, hey, we'll guarantee that we'll pay you 3 or 4 or 5%. Then they offload the bonds. Okay. So I put a link down below. I'm just going to talk to you because this is why these guys get to stay ahead. Here it is. I'm just going to go over this because you got to understand banks, including JP Morgan Company, Morgan Stanley, are set to return to markets to offload debt to betting company 888 Holdings PLC. The lenders will seek to market $417 million of debt used to fund 888's acquisition of William Hill International. Said a person familiar with the matter. They've been keeping it on their balance sheets. So a so-called delayed draw term loan A that has now been drawn. And the banks are looking to transfer the risk to investors. That would be you, ladies and gentlemen. You're carrying around debt notes. So what are they going to do? Debt will be issued via one of 888's existing securities, which include euro-denominated fixed and floating high-yield bonds. Of course they are. And dollar-denominated term loan B. The euro bonds are more liquid and trade at higher levels than the loans in the secondary market, so might be seen as a better option, they said. They declined to comment, ladies and gentlemen. It's a debt sale. Those notes, you're going to be buying their debt. This is how these guys stay ahead of the game. They don't have to file bankruptcy. They don't have to say, hey, we can't get the money back. They'll just speed it up. They'll turn it into derivative. They're going to say, let's have some bonds. You guys want to buy these? We'll give you 3%, 4%, 5%. Why? Because we're out here buying dividend stocks that give us 18%, 15%, 14%, 9%, 8%. So we can easily give you 5%. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, get in the game. Get in the game. All right. Just giving you information. Now, floating rate securities make up 64% of 888's gross debt load. Can you imagine? Look, I was just getting ready to say this. Raising more debt is likely to prove expensive. Its cost of borrowing could be around 11%, given the yield to worst on the company's 2027 note currently stands at 10.9%. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine owing 10.9% for $400 million annually? 50 mil a year? Jesus. That's insane, ladies and gentlemen. Damn near 45 mil a year. That starts adding up. So if we can get from behind this 8 ball, which they are, because Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan's going to help them out. That's basically what they're doing. So these guys aren't going to have to file bankruptcy or go out of business over the long term. They're saying, hey, don't worry, man. We're going to sell to those knuckleheads on the street because we have the name. People say, hey, there's a bond from JP Morgan. We're backed by the Fed. We're good. We'll give them 5%. See how this works, ladies and gentlemen? All right. We're 50 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. All right, I'm going to play a little video I dropped all the little gems that I can drop right now. And of course, we have a little, promo that I should talk about. In fact, this is going to be a long promo. In fact, why don't I talk about passive income? Because cash flow NFT, I'll play that video every live stream. I'm going to play that video till the end of the year or until the UK NFT is sold out, because this is a life-changing opportunity and everybody has a chance to get in. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
If there was a way you could have partnered with Elon Musk before Tesla, before the Model S, before SpaceX, and before Elon became the world's richest man, would you at least have wanted to know how? If there was a way you could have partnered with Jeff Bezos when he was planning Amazon.com and it could have made you a fortune, would you at least have wanted to know about it? Well, what if there was a fintech company today that is about to capture major market share worldwide, where millions of people will be using its breakthrough technology and you could make an absolute fortune? Would you at least want to know about it? At the same time that we are experiencing record inflation, gas prices through the roof and headed towards a recession, the move towards crypto adoption worldwide is picking up pace and the evidence is all around us. Big names and big money players are jumping in the game like crazy. The Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play, is now the Crypto.com Center. The Super Bowl, the most expensive commercial time on television, featured 6 cryptocurrency ads. Tom Brady, Matt Damon, LeBron James, and Larry David all made appearances in them. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. The rapper Eminem bought a Bored Ape, an NFT, for $450,000. Warren Buffett invested over $1 billion in a Brazilian crypto bank. Coinbase bought Bitcoin Turkey for $3.2 billion. You know what they say, success leaves clues. Whenever there is economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you end up on. They also say that timing is everything. How would you like to get in on the next big thing? Are you ready for a miracle? How would you like to own a piece of Miracle Cash and More? The first to market brick and mortar crypto stores, crypto on the street, with stores in every major city all over the world. Unlike the faceless online competitors that have no phone number to call, no physical address, and no one to talk to, Miracle Cash and More stores are fully regulated, licensed, and our wallets are insured by Fireblocks. At Miracle Cash and More, we own our own cryptocurrency exchange. We own our own stablecoin. We own our own ATMs. We own our own merchant terminals. And guess what? We get paid on every single transaction. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it. Position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. Here's the current offering. There are only 1,488 shares of the Master Franchise Agreement for all of the United Kingdom. Each share is projected to profit over $100,000 in year 1, $200,000 in year 2, $400,000 in year 3, and $900,000 in year 4. We have an exit strategy that projects a payout of over $10 million per share. And what does that cost to you? A one and done payment of just $5,000. And of course, you can buy as many shares as are still available. Now the question is, do you at least want to know how? I sincerely hope so, because the best is yet to come.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, passive income, you want it? There it is. Another opportunity. But first, if you want free stocks from Robinhood and Webull, I suggest you use the links down below immediately. They're giving like 2 stocks, 5 stocks, 10 stocks, 30 stocks. They have a promotion right now. It just depends on whatever they're doing. They're trying to give away a lot of stocks for anybody that signs up during this time frame. So Robinhood, they're still only giving 1 stock, but nonetheless, if you haven't entered into the stock market, might as well get some free shares of stock by downloading some software. Webull, Robinhood. I haven't gotten that link from my Moomoo yet, but it's okay. You can get those down below. That'll help you out. Now, somebody else may say, let me just set it and forget it. Well, I have Wealthfront down below that you should consider and look into. It's set it and forget it. Now, remember, a down market this year, a down market maybe next year. The fact of the matter is, this is an opportunity for the ones holding the most money. They get to buy these stocks when they're at an all-time low. So think about it this way. A stock that used to be $40 is now $25. So they buy more shares at $25. If the stock goes simply up to $27.50, that's 10%. If the stock goes up to $30, that's 20%. So this is why the funds that manage your money, they come out like bandits when the stock market is low. And then when anything happens, 10%, 20%, 30%, they get to sell and lock in that profit. So they can come back quicker than an ordinary citizen who might have put in $10,000 and then all of a sudden they look in their portfolio and it's down to 5, right? Then you're in a different boat than a company that's able to invest using trillions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars. It's a different ball game. So that's why sometimes people say leave your money in a place like Wealthfront, like I recommend down below. Wealthfront, set it and forget it. They're going to have these ups and downs as well. But again, they're able to correct. So Wealthfront, anything $500 up to $4,900, they manage for free. So set it and forget it if you go in that route. If you're going to pay or put in more than $5,000, that means they'll charge you a management fee, and that expense fee is going to it's 0.75. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Now, regarding Miracle Cash and more, there's a link down below, and that's a whole nother ball game. Licensed and regulated in the United Kingdom. Their first store, they signed the lease. They're going to open it up in the next 30 to 45 days in the UK, and they have a second store already, apparently. So they're moving. Everybody that's a UK NFT holder, you also receive 50% of the profits out of the island of Cyprus. 2 of the stores on the island of Cyprus, UK NFT owners get to share in the profits. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is going down. Miracle Cash and More is an actual store, crypto store. They have an exchange. They have an ATM. They have point of sale systems. They have Miracle Home, Miracle Deal, where people can borrow for Miracle Deal. Miracle Home helps landlords and renters because they ensure the renters are going to make the payment, and they give the homeowner or the landlord payments up front. I love it. That's going to be one hell of a product when it comes out next year. All right. They have their own exchange. You get to receive part of the transaction fees, the profit. Part of the profit they're going to give to the NFT holders in the UK. All right. Now, those 2 stores, $200,000 is what a couple of those stores have done in revenue in these last months or 2. I don't know what the profit is, but if you only have 1,488 NFT holders and they have, let's say, $100,000 of profit, I don't know what that number is going to be. $50, $20, $10. I don't know what the number is. I haven't even done the math. But all I'm saying is that puts you in the right position. How much are these NFTs you guys saw at $5,000? But that doesn't mean anything. You can actually become a free affiliate with them, send people over to buy the NFT, you get $500. Do that 10 times, then you're in a whole nother ball game. If you did that 10 times, not only do you have the 5,000 to buy your NFT, you also are going to be in their global pool, which they haven't set up yet. There's going to be a global pool for anybody that sells or 10 people sign up using somebody's link. You get in the global pool automatically, which is crazy. The other thing about them, if you can't afford the $5,000, then we have our own cash flow NFT 5,000 business opportunity. The link is down below. You can put in a minimum of $250, up to $2,500. Increments of $250, $250, $500, $750, $1,000, $1,250, and so on. Debit, credit, checking account via PayPal or USDT crypto. All the instructions are on the checkout page. And if you use PayPal, then you need to check a box that says, I will pay for the transaction fee, because otherwise 3.5, 3.8% comes out. So if you put in $250, $240 is received on our end, $240 and 50 cents or whatever it is. So that's the percentage that you would receive. So you put in 500, that's 10% of 5,000. So starting in January, or I think it's February, when they start making their first payout, you're only going to receive 10% of the payout. It's that simple. And there's one other thing that they're doing. Unlike other companies, they're actually making a contract. They're actually doing a crypto contract so you can see the transactions, the revenues coming in, the profits is going to be shown. So you'll know how much all the stores are making. Now, I'm not upset at them because that's more or less just like if they were on the stock market. Well, every quarter, every year, a company has to give out what their profits and losses are and let it be known to the investors as well. They're going to do an open book. And you don't even have to guess. You'll sit there and look. They'll be like, oh my, the store made, doesn't matter, $100,000, and there's 50,000 coming back in profit that's going to be shared with the NFT holders. So you're going to know real time, which makes it awesome. They're going to do that. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. There's a video on, in fact, there's a video on the Stop Struggling Now channel. You can always go check it out. Just put in the search bar Cash Flow NFT or Miracle Cash and More, either one, and you'll see some videos on a Zoom call where the owner, Hakan, Miracle Cash and More, is with the owner of Cash Flow NFT, and they're discussing how the synergy works. So that's a beautiful thing. So that's how we get passive income for the future as well. Not only do we get that return for dividend stocks, we're going to get returns from crypto without the high risk, high maneuvers from FTX and all the rest of these guys that was doing crazy stuff. BlockFi, Voyager, Celsius, the list continues. Even Binance is still doing crazy stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you understand what I'm talking about there. The links are down below once again. Also, what's down below? You want to be a CEO of your life? You have to own businesses. Be involved with businesses. So Opa's virtual office, I always talk about it. If you're going to work from your house, you might as well have a virtual office. That way you have somebody answering your phone like a professional. You're not having to answer the phone. A live person, you pay $99 a month. A live person answers your phone. You have a mail center at a commercial address. You have your phone number on 411. They give you a business line. They give you a business fax number. And you also have your business credit, because they're adding to your business credit after each monthly payment. And once again, IRS-wise, tax write-off. And what more importantly it does, it separates your business from your personal. Working out of your house, some would say, that means, are you really in business? Yes, you are in today's environment. But if there's ever a lawsuit, then somebody's going to try and pierce your corporate veil and try to take your personal assets as well as your business assets. And by working out of your home, sometimes people can say, well, where do you work at? And you say, oh, over here is my office. And then they say, okay, well, you get in a lawsuit. And all of a sudden they find out your office is used for other things. And now they're going to try to say, well, it's actually the company and his personal is the same. So all I'm saying is it just safeguards you a little bit, and you never know what's going to happen in the future. All right. So that's the reason why you get Opus Virtual Office. The link is down below in the description. We have the stock links down below in the description. We have the Miracle Cash and More and Cash Flow NFT links. We also have the Opus Virtual Office link down below in the description as well. So hopefully that works. And let's see here. Do I have? Maybe I don't have Opus. Oh, hold on. Let's go look this up. Let me yes, I do have Opus Virtual Office, Miracle Cash and More. So they're all down there. And then if you want to join on YouTube, you have TubeBuddy. So that's down below. And again, at the very bottom of the description box, please sign up for our newsletter, because even though you didn't receive this information because you're not part of SSN Lifestyle, I might as well tell everybody here now, because I did say if anybody wants to go to Hawaii, SSN Lifestyle members, December 31st for a week, January 6th, is on the island of Maui, a studio unit. Sleeps 4, but that's because there's a sofa sleeper and a bed, a Murphy bed actually, and then a sofa sleeper. So that's why I can sleep 4. But Kahana Beach Resort is directly on the ocean. So let me see. Let me see. I'll just let me see if I can find Expedia here. Anyhow, the price. I wanted to. I'm going to pull it up. Let me pull it up on Expedia. They don't have it available. Nobody's going to have New Year's Eve for a week available. Those weeks are going to cost people $3,000, $3,500. Yes, even for a studio, ladies and gentlemen. So a guy on Airbnb, Airbnb charges over $500 a night. Just saying. SSN Lifestyle members, what do you think it's going to cost you if you know it costs? Well, on Airbnb, they're charging $541 is what a guy charges. It's insane. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to show you guys, because I'm going to give you a teaser right now. All right. This is just a teaser that we'll do. That's not going to work. Okay. Hold on a second. And that's not going to work. There we go. All right. So you would think, this is in Maui. This is by Lahaina. It's a little, well, to me, I call it north of Lahaina. It's the next little enclave down. This is Kahana Beach Resort on the beach, right? The unit's on the beach. Here's what it looks like from the water. This is the building here. You see cars parked here. It's free parking. About 50 yards down, there's a park down here. Just saying. And if you stay here, they don't have amenities like a restaurant or anything like that you can utilize next door. All right. Here's the pool deck, which is rarely used, quite frankly. Pool deck. They do have a jacuzzi, the good kind. And this is similar, well, kind of what the rooms look like, exactly what they look like, because this is Expedia that I'm using. So this is the studio unit, quite frankly. All right. So not really extravagant, not anything. What's extravagant is you're right on the beach. Oh, yeah, a little balcony too. So just wanted to show you that. So is it 3,000 for the week? Is it 2,500 for the week? Is it 2,000 for the week? Anybody want to take any stabs in the dark? Is it 1,700 for the week? All right. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, where it's members only that can be in the chat room that has an icon next to their name, like Curtis Davis, aka Mr. Financial. Good evening, SSN fam. ABMM. In case you don't know what that means, always be making money, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we can strive for in this day and age. You never know how much tomorrow is going to cost you, how much next year is going to cost you either. Passive income, dividends, yes. Positive cash flow, yes. We're trying to get it there. So again, that's how we do this, ladies and gentlemen. And Mr. Financial, Curtis Davis, is also aka Chili Davis on YouTube. Chili Davis, go check out his channel. In fact, he gives out stock information and updates and other financial information. So go check him out. Chili Davis, show some love, subscribe, check out a few of his videos. All right, because let's just face facts. Just like everything in life, things are not fair. So some people do not get pumped up by the media outlets, such as social media outlets like YouTube and Instagrams and all that. Some people do it the old-fashioned way. They have to earn it. So go show some love over there. And again, send people over there. Send people over here. Subscribe. Share the videos, because you never know who you're trying to help or who you may help. Okay. Eric, do you manage those Hawaiian properties yourself? Can you control the price? Exactly. Exactly. So actually, there's several things, Victor Marrero. So here's the situation. In fact, I just got to mention some things while we're at this juncture. Speaking of controlling the price. So Victor Marrero, you own at Margaritaville, Orlando. Here's the thing. There's other people at Margaritaville, Orlando that may rent out their units. But you don't actually sell your unit, so to speak, because you have a management company. So you're not actually on Airbnb, VRBO, or other outlets where people that may contact you and say, hey, I have a week here and I can't get rid of it. So maybe I'll give it to you for a little bit less so you can make some profits and I can make profits. Well, this is one of those times. And yes, actually, I do own at Kahana Beach as well. But I don't own that week. A person sent me some information. They said, hey, you know what? I know you've been doing this. I know you might have somebody. I said, I don't, but it's only 30 days before. Usually you want to have your New Year's. If it's not rented by now, it's weird, because people usually will rent these in October, and now it's November. At the end of November, it's usually New Year's weeks are gone. So the fact they still have them, either somebody canceled or some other arrangement occurred. So they said, hey, we have this week. This is how much it is. And $2,000 for the week. That's a good guess. That's a very good guess. Right now, you guys here, SSN Lifestyle members, I send out stuff on social media for SSN Lifestyle members. It's now on ssnlifestyle.com. $1,449 for the week. See, if you're an SSN Lifestyle member, that is awesome. Also, an SSN Lifestyle member can actually use their affiliate link and send people over there to buy it. They still receive commission. I mean, that ought to tell you something. All right. So how about that? That is, I have several, but that's the one that I had to put out right now because that's not going to hang around too long. I had some other stuff too. So there's all kind of other deals once you're into the rental spaces that you can do. And it's significant because there are people that you have to remember something. This is why I love being in the short-term business, such as timeshares, such as owner rentals, because what happens is there's a group of people that are in this. I have lists of stuff. We're talking about the West End 5 stars in the Virgin Islands that people are spending $7,000 for a week. This is going to be part of SSN Lifestyle coming up as well. But you have to reserve so far in advance because these guys are doing things like, hey, we'll give this to you for like $4,000, knowing full well it's $7,000, $7,500 for a week, and they're giving it away for $4,000. So even for you, a person can say, okay, $800, and you do that 5-6 times because there's like 20 some units. Because owners are sitting there having to pay these fees, and they're going, I'm not a renter. How am I going to rent a place in the Virgin Islands? It's not that a lot of people don't go to Virgin Islands, so you have a hard time trying to get it out. So they turn and sit there and say, well, I'm not going to pay this ridiculous amount for the upkeep, HOAs, so let me give it to these guys. So in this ecosystem, there's a lot of things that are happening. And so, again, SSN Lifestyles for a reason. That's a lifestyle. So even though this isn't like a 5-star place, but whenever you can stay on the beach in Maui, up the street from Lahaina, up the street from, man, I've been so many places. I can't remember the name of every damn thing. But anyhow, so there's your answer. Yes, that's how the price is controlled, because there's different price points that can occur. And guys, we make deals. Simple as that. So $1,449 for the week. You can refer other people and earn commission on it. How sick is that? 1,000. That's 200 and Jesus, $220, $210, $215. Not even that. $205. That's crazy. So limited time only. Only one. But I'm going to have something else on Maui too, by the way, coming up. Might want to go to Maui this Christmas. There's going to be another one. There's going to probably be one like the 24th through the 31st as well. But nonetheless, that's a whole nother ball game. All right. So that's how we do it, Victor Marrero. Just like you can do it yourself if you actually, when you retire and you sit there and say, hey, you know what? Because what will happen is if you do it yourself, people will send you messages. Just like right now, people sent me messages because the Pac-12 football championship game apparently is this weekend in Vegas. So people are trying to get like the 2nd through the 4th. I don't have it. Nobody has it. But if you had it, then you can charge people $1,000 for 2 nights. But I don't have it, right? Nobody does. It's booked up. So I already have a person staying there right now, which is nice. But the fact of the matter is you always want to do exponentials. So, and there's only a few people that have units there that I can get. And unfortunately, nobody has that because everybody's been calling for the Pac-12 conference for the last 3 weeks. It's almost like Mardi Gras in New Orleans. People start booking those like after, in fact, they'll start booking those probably January, February, something like that. So, or at the end of December. So all I'm saying is there's something for everybody in the travel business. A lot of people have been saying Airbnb is going to be in trouble. Okay. That might be true. But let me see if I still have this on the screen. But what's going to happen is people that are able to have lower price points, they're still going to be able to rent. And whenever it's a hot time, high demand, like February 8th through the 12th in Scottsdale is the Waste Management Open. Oh, only 250,000 people will be there. The largest event in Phoenix every year is the Waste Management Golf Open, 4 days. So people have already called in to get their, in fact, people book those a year in advance. As soon as they check out, they ask me, can I get next year? So it's things like this that you don't have to worry about. That is crazy. What are the amenities? It's only a pool. They have a fitness room, and there's no real amenities other than that because they're on the beach. And then next door is the bar and restaurant at the Sands of Kahana. So it's not like amenities. The beach is the amenities. The park is next door, barbecue grills and picnic areas and things like that. Just a small little roadside. Well, it's a neighborhood park, really, because there's no road that actually goes way past there. I don't even think it goes down a mile. But all I'm saying is that's pretty much it. And it's in Kahana. Kahana is about, I would, 5 minutes to Lahaina, something like that. So it's right close by to Lahaina. So the amenities is just the fun of being in Hawaii when it's 80 degrees out. New Year's, it's going to be 75-ish probably. I've been there to New Year's on a couple of occasions. Good for you. That's some good money for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We're also booked solid. Exactly. So you can imagine, Victor Morel, if you were doing it independently and other owners knew that you were doing it, you can imagine another owner calling you up saying, hey, you know what? I got like December 28th for like 5 nights left. And do you know anybody that wants to rent it? So you say, hell no, I don't at the moment. But then you could send out to other people, or maybe somebody contacts you. And so you get to make extra money without even owning anything, which is the beauty of it, right? So that's the nature of the business, which makes it kind of cool. But yeah, there's no amenities really. Seriously, there's not really any amenities. In fact, there's no amenities. Let me go see what Expedia says. Amenities. Here's what they say. I'll show what they say. They don't have any amenities listed. That's funny. No, they call, here's the amenities: beach, pool, spa. Okay, internet's not an amenity. Free self-parking, actually, that's kind of an amenity because a lot of places charge. But no, barbecue grill is outside, laundry facilities are counting as amenities, none of that. So that's it, man. Like I said, fitness room, that's it. There's nothing else there. It's like you're over there, you're in Hawaii, and Kahana Beach is right in front of you, 1 minute walk. Hanakoa Beach Park is 20-minute walk, but there's another park that's just like a neighborhood park that's like 2 minutes walk. And restaurants are like a 5 minute walk. So you have things there that you can do, but generally everybody will say, let me go to Lahaina. But Lahaina is shopping, and really, I just got to tell you guys, I mean, not every place is for everybody. When I was on Maui, I was just like, I was like, let me off the island, man. This is crazy. I had no fun at the island, really. It was boring to me. So if you want rest and relaxation, I say go to the Big Island, go to Maui. It don't really matter. There's things kind of to do, but it's all involves. You're going to drive around and go to it. So that's the only thing. The weather, though, the weather. All right, Wilson Coos in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, where it's members only that can be in the chat room, those with the icon next to their names. And he says his tagline: good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts. I sell money. Mr. Koo, whenever you're talking about money, I need to know what it looks like right now. Jerome Powell's talking crazy, but I know the central bank in Canada, they raising their interest rates too. So what are the housing prices, the mortgage loan interest rates? What are they costing people in Canada right now? Because the United States will be following. All right. Mr. Koo says, evening at Victor M, Curtis D, showing some love. That's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. And got notification, busy working. Thank you. I figured he would be year in, ladies and gentlemen, having a timeshare cheaper than Airbnb. No? Well, it's a little more surgical than that. But let's just put it this way. A lot of people bought homes, condos, put leases on them, and they're not renting them out. And now they have a problem because they owe mortgages. They owe rent payments. And so when you only have a one-time payment based on your rental, that is the better position to put yourself in my opinion. So if you have a $900, $1,000, $1,100 maintenance fee, and that's all it is, and you can rent it for even $1,100, you have your maintenance fee paid, and you only have to do it one time throughout the whole year. So that's a lower risk in my opinion. Now, then when you have other things going on where you can use other people's points, weeks, other people have already booked, like a guy has December 7th through the 14th in Orlando, already booked. I don't know if, not December, sorry, January 7th through the 14th. Now, I don't know why he reserved January 7th through the 14th. There's nothing happening during that time that I know of. It's not a holiday because MLK is that probably the 14th weekend, maybe, but it's afterwards. So yeah, it's cheap, $999 for a 2-bedroom at Bonnet Creek on Disney property. 2-bedroom Bonnet Creek, and it has all kind of stuff. $999 is what they're asking. It's just stuff like that. And Bonnet Creek is like a I'll call it 4.5. It's a condo, 2-bedroom, 2.5 baths, full kitchen and all that, pools, restaurants, bars, all on site. And you can see the fireworks from Bonnet Creek as well, the Disney fireworks at night. So this is the stuff I'm talking about. If you had somebody looking at that and they said, hey, I'm trying, like I had a guy looking for January 7th for 2 weeks, but he wants a studio in Orlando. Well, 2 weeks is kind of hard. Most people won't have 2 weeks available. So he needs the 7th through the 21st. I can't make it happen because I don't have studio units. I only have 2-bedroom units in Orlando. So there you have it. It's an interesting scenario. So I have all these things going on. Good evening, Wilson Koo. And by the way, if you need any type of loans, ladies and gentlemen, whether business, whether personal, whether real estate, go see Mr. Koo. You can find him at quickeasyfunds.com. That's QUIK. E as in Eric, Z as in zebra, funds.com. Quickeasyfunds.com. Or you can send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com and I will get you in touch with him. Here we are. He's talking. Foreclosures are running up and rates are up in the 9+. Yep. Lots of developers have people that can't close. Exactly. They are getting worried about their ability to make their payments. Yep. Some of you may not understand what he's talking about when some people can't close. What we're referring to is this. When it's October 1st and you say closing is going to be in 60 days. Okay. I could say 30, but we'll just say 60. A week to 10 days before close, so November 20th, let's say, the mortgage or loan preparers say, hey, we need to have another appraisal. You were going to buy the house for $1 million. They're giving you a loan based on that. A month and a half goes by. They do a reappraisal. They find out the house is worth $950. That's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going to give you a loan for $950. That means you need to come out of pocket. All right? Because remember, you're buying the house for $1 million. Just keep that in mind. And most people aren't going to have that extra 20, 30, 40, 50 G's. All right. So now you fall out of escrow. Potentially the deposit put in there might not be retrievable. Not only are you going to lose that way, you're going to lose all the way around. So that is what he's actually talking about, because home prices are dropping every 30 days. So just because you're out here and you said, hey, I bought this house for $500,000, 30 days or 3 weeks later, somebody goes, it appraised for 500, but now it appraises for 490. We need an extra 10 G's, please. And we'll give you a note for that 490. After you've already put in your other 20%, 100 G's, then they say we need another 10 G's. So I'm just saying, this is what's happening. This is going to happen in America. It's happening in America. This is going down. So again, if you don't think home prices are going to drop 50%, stand by. How are you guys? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, Wilson Koo. Hopefully you and the family had a great Thanksgiving as well. That would be awesome. Okay. Let's see, Mr. Financial. Buying a mortgage can be a scam, or closing. The rate can go up and a home can go down. No benefit to consumer. Exactly. And I love the buy down thing. I'm loving this. People are like, I'm going to pay some more points to buy down my interest rate. I'm like, that's nice. I guess it's nice. Save yourself a point and a half over the year. You're buying a house on average for $450,000. I mean, that's not a lot over the scheme of things. $35 a month. But you're going to pay 5 G's. That's crazy. I'll just pay the extra 40, really. The 4,500, I could get that back. That extra 40, I can go over here, and I was on the SSN Nation, and they told me 15%, 16%, 18%. I can put the 4,500 in one of those, and every month I can just take some of that and say, hey, here's that $40. And I still have the 4,500 in my possession. I'm just saying, there's better ways to do it. If you're going to put down 10 G's, that's the equivalent of you getting $1,700 per year on a 17% dividend stock. So it makes no sense. It's crazy. All I'm saying, you have options, ladies and gentlemen. Just think outside the box. Nobody's going to tell you this type of stuff, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know. I don't really check other financial YouTuber channels that often. Things pop up, but I don't know what most people discuss. Maybe they say these same things. The builders are screwed. The 10 homes that they thought could sell, they're holding a big bag. Exactly. If you want to short something, short the home builders. Like I said at the beginning of the video, that's your first move right there. I don't short, so I don't mess around with that, but that's what you would want to do. In fact, you can do the reverse ETF index for home builders. I'm sure there's one. That's the one you should probably consider. Speaking of that, 1 hour, 33 minutes in, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. All right. Now, let's see. What else are we going to get into tonight? I just wanted to make this short and sweet. I didn't want to talk too long because tomorrow, in case you just joined us, Larimar City inside Punta Cana, in light of what's happened at 7 Mares Cap Cana, $1.2 million high rise. It's 14 floors high. And it's huge, right? 3-bedroom is going to be around, if I'm 2,700 square feet, 3,000, somewhere in there. 1.2 million, ocean view. Nothing extravagant. They have a fitness center. They have a pool. They're going to have a kids pool and a main pool. And they do not have a restaurant or bar on site. It's a condominium. And ocean views for everybody. All right. No rooftop deck. Penthouses are up top. There's no deck on top of them. So there's nothing like that where people can have their own lounge area in the complex. So 1.2 million for a 3-bedroom. A 1-bedroom, $360,000 in Cap Cana. Why? Because Cap Cana has branded itself as the celebrity spot. Celebrities stay there. It branded themselves 5-star hotels. It's branded themselves as upscale. Upscale means location, location, location. People buy and are willing to buy in an upscale location. Larimar City, they are vying to be and create an upscale environment in the open. Cap Cana is closed. It's gated. For all the properties, all the hotels, everything inside Cap Cana, you have to go through a gate. And if you're not staying there or have a real reason to visit there, you're not getting in. Now, the difference is Larimar City is actually open. Their downtown and shopping, the amphitheater and all that is open to the public. Restaurants, nightclubs, and all that open to the public. But when you come into the complex, that's closed. That's where the owners live. They're trying to make that 5-star. Well, they are going to make it 5-star. 2 of the hotels that have signed on are 5-star. They're doing that. So if they continue with everybody being 5-star, now if you have a condo there and downtown is really the downtown they're building, it's going to be off the charts, and you have world famous chefs, restaurants there. Now you understand they could pull it off. I'm still skeptical simply because when it's open to the public, like everything, like Vista Cana could potentially be upscale. Larimar could be upscale. Cocotel is a mystery to me because it's a golf course and they have some nice villas there. Somehow that's upscale because they branded themselves upscale and their home sell for over $1 million. So people buying in there are saying, okay, it's $1 million neighborhood. I'm buying in that neighborhood. Nothing extravagantly special, but people buy in there. So it is possible. So if Larimar can pull off the 5-star thing, Vista Cana, well, they were at a good start, but they don't have a hotel there and all that no more. But Larimar, they're going for the 5-star. Dead on going for it. I think they can pull it off and open to the public and a 5-star. That's cool. What I mean by open to the public, there's going to be 10 hotels. That means that's open to the public. Where we live inside, and I say we like I own there, I do not. But I'm thinking when we live there, we get to use the hotel amenities out front. The hotel customers cannot come into our section where we have additional pools, jacuzzis, a city center such as like a Central Park area, the golf course, the sports complex. All that is only for the condo owner residents. This also explains why hedge funds want to buy towers at Larimar. No, I shouldn't even say want to. They already committed to buy towers at Larimar. At Larimar, they don't even have 2,000 square foot condo units. I believe their biggest penthouse units around 1,800 square feet. And that doesn't even count because their terrace makes it 1,800 square feet or maybe 2,000. But the point I'm trying to make is, why would companies be willing to buy 15 floors? See, sometimes it's good to be in early, especially when we can have the master broker on tomorrow. He's going to be on tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss it. I don't know what, hold on, maybe, I don't know what time. Hold on a second. I'm going to play a short video. We're going to have a short talk tonight. Let's see. Let me see what we're going in. You have more options as investors versus consumers. Exactly. The HOA club manager of Cocotel is an American lady from Houston who moved permanently to Punta Cana. She also has a YouTube channel. Yeah, I've seen her before, actually. And it's very interesting because Cocotel just blows me away. how they're getting the prices they get for what it is. It has the tag. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain. If you designate a place upscale, just like in Vista Cana, they have this place called Oasis del Lago, now Sabana. They designate those as upscale, which also tends to bleed into other areas, which means like Panorama Luxury on the water can claim upscale. Now everybody's complex starts to be upscale, which in reality means you have appreciation on your property because your property at pre-construction price was beautiful. A year or two or three or five later, your appreciation is going to be double. And in this case, 2 years later, it's going to be double. Somebody bought something for 100,000, it's probably going to be close to 200 after it's built, or even right now. So all I'm saying is 100% return in less than 3 years is what's going to happen for everybody in Vista Cana if you got it a year, 2 years ago or more. It's all perception. If you can be perceived, and they're doing things to make sure they're perceived as upscale. Now, Larimar is doing the same thing. So once you start pitting yourself against everybody and say, okay, we know Larimar, we know Cocatel, we know Vista Cana, we know Cap Cana, it's yet to be determined that Victor Morero's spot at Cana Rock. But once you start figuring out where the top spots are, the beach, anybody see that penthouse unit? That penthouse unit is freaking sweet. Although I as a guy that looks at structure, I have to say I'm just a little disappointed because it's 2 levels. When you walk in on one level, you have, oh, it's wide open. It's beautiful. You have a dining table, the kitchen, the living room area, walk out to this huge terrace. It's probably 200 square foot or 250 square foot terrace. It seemed pretty big. It seems to be at least 15 feet wide by about 15 to 20 feet deep. It's awesome. The penthouse, right? But then we walk downstairs and they turn the room sideways. So what I'm trying to say is, so even though upstairs we can go probably 20 feet wide and about 10 to 15 feet long inside the building, we have all this view. What they did was they turned around and they only put one of the bedrooms downstairs up front, and the other bedroom is out going across from that bedroom. And I was like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just put both bedrooms up front? And here's the other thing. They didn't put a balcony off of the bedrooms. I was like, wait, where's the balcony with the views on the down? So that was a bummer. But downstairs, they actually have another living area, which was awesome. So in itself, it's pretty cool. It cost people $400,000 for that penthouse unit now. And it has 3 bedrooms downstairs, but none of the 3 bedrooms have a balcony. And I was like, that's weird. I don't like that. They should have put balconies on those. Even if they were going to go out, have the bedroom backing to the parking lot, they still should have put a balcony out there. So that's my only gripe about the penthouse unit. I was like, wait, that wasn't designed properly. So all I'm saying is, though, it's sweet as hell. Okay. Let's see here. HOA, Cocatel, yes. 2X on money if bought pre-construction, upscale or luxury, exactly. And if you bought in luxury zones, then that means you get more appreciation. This is real estate investing we're referring to. Passive income possibly, or you're going to live there. All right? So whichever you pick. She's running the HOA like it's supposed to. She budgeted for many club upgrades, including the pool area. That translates into more renters. Exactly. It takes hard work, especially in a luxury environment, because generally in a luxury environment, the costs to operate are higher. because you have other amenities. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And quite frankly, it's easier when property values weren't actually that high. So keep in mind, over the last 2 years, Dominican Republic real estate has increased in value. And after this year, this is it. You guys know I've talked about it. There's these flows. So it's December 30 or December 1st is tomorrow. You have literally 6 weeks to get yourself in a deal, in my opinion, that's going to be right. Because 100,000 people are going to start coming in January. Out of that 100,000 people, they find out that there's still these properties that you can buy villas for 200 grand that are 2,000 square feet. They're going to be like, where do I get these at? When they find out there's still condos like Cruise on Land that you can buy studio units for 99,000 or 2-bedroom units for 150 or 60 at Aurora Luxury and places like that, they're going to be like, where do I get these? Then when they find out about the new stuff that came out, there's a complex that came out that has condos, studios, 79 grand, 1-bedrooms, 89, 95 grand, 2 bedrooms, 105 grand, no amenities other than a pool, but those are condos that people would buy. So all this stuff is going to be ramped up for the next, from January 15th until around April 15th. And then last summer, we had all-time record highs where they had 600,000 visitors, 800,000 visitors coming, which means 50% of those are going to be coming during July and August. So it may not stop. So all I'm saying is this is about the last time that you're going to be able to run another cycle and get a deal pre-construction. Those are going to get limited now, especially for properties that have amenities on them. And what I mean is not just the pool, not just a jacuzzi. We're talking about real amenities, the cycles, or the walking trails, the biking trails, the running trails, the golf course, even though that's pseudo amenity. But equestrian center, that's crazy. That's Vistacana. But all I'm saying is fitness centers, beaches, beach club, but not being at the real beach, but creating their own beach, shopping, all that type of thing where people don't have to leave. They can walk around in the complex and go do what they need to do. Those type of amenities are coming, and that is going to be very, very interesting. Prices are going to rise because material costs are rising. And there's going to be a yin and a yang. Some people are going to have their delivery dates coming up. And unfortunately, they're going to find out that they may not be able to finance. Why I'm saying this is because even though they are below the 60% threshold or even 50, they might not be prepared for if the finance guys say we want 25%. See, that's where the thing comes at the interest rate. Because remember, interest rates are going to be 9, 10%, not just 6%, not just 6.5. They potentially could be 9 or 10% in the next 3 or 4 months. So that's going to determine a whole bunch of things over the next year. In 2023, it's going to be very interesting. So the opportunity may not be over. It's just that my guess is this next 6 months, if you don't get anything in the next 45 days or get yourself under contract, because you can get a contract right now with Primavera that they'll give you 60 days before you have to give them the 10%. So you can lock in your contract now and your contract won't start for 60 days. Think about that. That's one hell of a deal as well. So all that is on the table right now and probably for several different projects. So again, you can lock in a price and then make sure your contract, read it, see if they put in the poison pills, such as we can charge up to 10% more and do the material cost, or 25% more like the beach. All right. Now, the beach, again, I'm disappointed a little. These guys, people are getting their delivery notices. Some people have gotten their delivery notices, and the beach, doesn't even have anything there. The beach itself that they were building is not full. And the amenities, there's no amenities. There's no pool there. The hotel that was supposed to be there is not there. I don't know what phase one delivery, there's things in stone that they were supposed to have the actual beach, that man-made lake was supposed to be finished, and they're supposed to have a few other amenities. So I'm finding it very, very interesting that they are giving delivery notices, come check out your unit, and that triggers 60 days. That means in 60 days, you have to either pay full cash or get your funding. And the weirdest thing is, I don't know what's going to happen. I do know they have no problem with this. Their value on their property is is 60% or 50%. It's fine. But I still don't know what the how they're gonna determine the value when the place isn't built. There's nothing there. Just your 5 buildings, 6 buildings, and nothing. So I don't know how that's going to work. And you're going to pay HOA dues, and there's nothing there. I don't get it. So we'll see. Devil in the details, 10% more by builder and DR. Exactly. Or it could be worse. They could put in things like 25%, like the beach. They could put in 20. But make sure it's not more than 10, or make sure whatever's in there you can live with. That's really the kicker. Everybody who signs a contract, there's a yin and a yang. You have to agree to the terms. So if in the contract it says we want to go up to 15%, you have to push back if you don't. And you have to be prepared to walk away from the table. Right? You don't have to sign the contract no matter how much you love it. It's an emotional situation, but it depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to do it as an investor, sometimes you have to walk away. I'm walking away. Look, the Panorama Garden. Again, you guys, in case you weren't here in a while, yes, they said I'm going to back. Okay, they still haven't delivered any funds. So even though they said, yes, Eric, we're going to give you full refund, it hasn't come. But the fact of the matter is, I said, okay, I got to back out. The beach, because of their nonsense and what they started doing, I said, I got to back out for that. Now I might take an L, but it's okay. I'll take a little L because that gives me an opportunity of going to Larimar, because that's what my mind says. My heart says other things, get cruise on land. But my mind says Larimar because of the luxury aspect. And he's coming on tomorrow to tell us the luxury aspects. So let me do it this way. I was going to do this because no Crystal Lagoon yet. Exactly, no Crystal Lagoon yet. I don't know about that. That's the reason most people got into the beach. Exactly. Well, there's several reasons. Remember, the beach, Victor Marrero knows better than anybody because that was a project back in 2018 even. The beach was going to have they still have the Crystal Lagoon, but remember, they were going to have a hotel that was going to have the pool. And remember, they're going to have the beach volleyball and the restaurants and all that. They scrapped the hotel. So it's a condo hotel now. It's a condo project where the hotel was going to be. That's why I call it condo hotel, but it's no hotel. It's just basically condo. That pool that was going to be at the hotel is not built yet. And no, they haven't even built the first part, never mind the pool. So they don't have the soccer field. They don't have the barbecue grills. They don't have the kids' play area. Nothing. So I'm trying to figure out how people are going to actually buy their place a month and a half from now, take delivery and pay it, and then pay HOA dues. That's a no-go zone. So anyhow, I just don't see how this works. I just don't see. And yeah, Victor Marrero, here's the funny thing. The Crystal Lagoon, just like at Vista Cana, is going to cost money to operate. They're no fools. They're not operating that Crystal Lagoon when nobody's there and not paying HOAs. I wouldn't be doing it either. I wouldn't be filling it up. They're not filling it up because it's going to cost. Filtration cost. Anybody have a pool? Anybody have a pool? You guys know good and well when you have to filter your water every day on the timer, you know good and well if you don't do your pool and you let it get into the algae gets in where you haven't done the right chemical makeup or missed a week or two, and then you say, okay, well, damn, since it's already messed up, it's going to cost me $250 if I got to bring somebody out here. So we'll just pay that. It's cold out. We'll just pay that in 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Turn it off. You know your electric bill drastically reduced. So all I'm saying is that's what, and the DR electricity costs way more than anything in the United States. So I'm just saying it's going to be outrageous. So it's interesting. Yeah, no Crystal Lagoon. And that is the reason most people are doing it. All right. 1 hour, 56 minutes in. Please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed the stock talk, I'm just going to give you some stock symbols in case you came late. Here they are. MVO. M is in Mary, V is in Victor, O. Go check that out. That's dividends that we're looking at here, okay? We're also going to be looking at ORC. All right? O is in Oscar, C is in Charles, R is in Robert. O is in Oscar, R is in Robert, C is in Charles, ORC. NHTC, Health Company. NHTC, you want 17% dividends, return on your investment? That's a dividend stock for you. All right? So hopefully that helps you out. Then, of course, I'll go with the Fed Bank, JEPI, J-E-P-I. That's J as in Jack, E as in Eric, P as in Paul, I. You're going to get around 10% to 11% return right now safely. I call JP Morgan a Fed Bank safely. They're not Deutsche. They're not Deutsche Bank. That wouldn't be safely. All right? If it was Deutsche Bank, I would be saying the opposite. Even though they're going to give you 11%, don't do it. All right? JP Morgan's not Deutsche Bank. All right? Let's just keep things straight. Now, that'll help you in the stock markets. All right? You know that's an external company keeping up that lagoon. I know. I have a friend that invested there, and I mentioned to him that at some point that maintenance cost will be passed on to them. Exactly. In fact, Victor Morero, this is one of the reasons I had to back out of my contractual obligation with them. Because once they told me that it was closed, just like it, I think Vistacon is going to be the same. I was under the impression the whole time that the hotel would be built. Therefore, you would have people off the street from the hotel. So they're going to, that money that they're going to get from the restaurants, because you're going to have the restaurants paying to be in there, and the salon and the spa and all that, the event room rent was going to come from that. I thought that would help maintain the lagoon and the child's kids play area, the other water that's at the arena, which I guess they'll be separate. But nonetheless, I thought that was an ecosystem, and I thought they were going to allow people to come in to the Crystal Lagoon, like in Texas, like in their other places. No, they said, no, it's not going to happen like that. I was like, whoa, wait. Then how much, I was like, you guys don't have enough homeowners here to take care of the Crystal Lagoon, plus the grounds, plus the volleyball setup, plus the child's playground, plus the barbecue grills, plus the soccer field. I was just like, hold on a second. Who's going to pay for all this stuff? Us? They're like, that's right. I go, there's 20 buildings. Well, 24 buildings. You got to start doing numbers. 24 buildings, 4 floors each, 5th floor penthouse, but 4 floors. So you're sitting there doing like, okay, we got, I'm just doing off the top of my head, but let's just say there's 6 units on a floor, right? 24 units, 20, we're at 400 or 500. Let's just say we have 500, right? 500 owners. To run the Crystal Lagoon, let's just say it costs $30,000 a year. You start dividing then they say, oh, but the soccer field and the kids' child play area cost us $10,000 a year. Then you start going to barbecue grill setup and that volleyball sand and making sure that's all kept up and all that. That's another $15,000 a year. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, it's $100,000. So that's just to stay even. Now they're going to say, hey, what about this insurance? You got to pay for that, homeowners. What about the upkeep of the outside of the buildings, the paint and the weatherization and all that? You got to pay for that, homeowners. And you're sitting there the whole time like, wait a minute, all these things are going to cost more as they get older. And guess who's going to be paying for them? You are, if you own at the beach. Because no ecosystem, there's nobody coming in. There's no outside money coming in. The renters, that's not considered outside money. That's going to whoever the owner is. So who's going to be the owners? Are going to, and then at the arena, they're under the same thing. They have water throughout their whole thing. Plus, they're going to be part of paying the HOA for the beach as well, the lagoon. All these people, and the costs are going to go up because, as you know, it's on a grid. Now, they might try the solar situation, but then again, who's going to pay for the solar situation? You really going to put enough solar out there? That's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who's going to pay for this? I'm just saying, it's just, you can see a problem that could emerge. Could, maybe not, just could. Why be in that scenario when you could be at Larimar City that has their own electric grid? They're a smart city, ladies and gentlemen. They've already said that they expect your HOA to cost $100 a month. Can you believe this? Electricity possibly damn near zero. I mean, if they're able to pull off what they say they can, but they're open to the public. The hotels are out there along with guests and customers. They are actually sold the hotel units to them. They own downtown where the customers who come there and the people that are leasing their buildings, all that money, part of the money goes into their pockets. So therefore, the downtown center, the hotels and their guests, they're going to help pay the HOA fees at the for the owners in the condos. 18-hole championship golf course, potentially open to the public. All of that helps owners. We have an ecosystem. There's a college. There's a hospital. All of those expenditures, they create a downtown. Those people are going to be in the downtown. They're going to be at the amphitheater. They're going to have conventions. This is what you want, an ecosystem. Cruise on land, ecosystem, casino. Oh, they have a casino too, by the way, at Larimar. Casino at Cruise on Land. Water park, Cruise on Land. That means people off the street are coming there. They're going to help pay for part of the amenities. So some of that profits get to go in. So that helps the HOA. Vista Cana, this is why it's going to be interesting if they shut off everything. They're not going to have their hotel there. Remember, they were going to have a hotel. People from the hotel was going to be able to use the Vista Cana project. Apparently, no hotel. That's when you have to raise an eyebrow like, wait, what? That means you're closing it off. And it appears, I think it's going to be closed off. That's yet to be determined, but they haven't officially said it. But they're going to have to say something next year because Panorama Lake is going to be ready in about another 3-4 months, it looks like to me. Yep, exactly. It's going to be bad. The other thing I'm thinking is that the beach should have a way to generate revenue. For example, Conner Rock Galaxy will have a pool bar that will generate revenue. We also have the restaurant. Yeah. See, Victor Marrero, that's what I'm saying. You hit it right on the head. That when they decided not to have the hotel, inside that hotel was supposed to be 3 restaurants, a spa and salon, and an events room. All of that's revenue generating, whether it was going to be from the rent or whether it was just where they were going to get a percentage of whatever the revenue numbers were, but they were going to have extra money coming in just because of the building. Now, the same building they have a hotel, they're going to have condos there. So in essence, HOA is going to pay for everything out there. There is no ecosystem. So again, and there's not going to have a pool bar. They're not going to have a pool bar at the condo hotel, as far as I know. And at the Crystal Lagoon, I don't even know if they have a bar there. But here's the thing though. They're a whole different ball game. They're not even Conarock at this point. At Conarock, you guys actually have restaurants and bars. See, that's the thing. The beach doesn't have restaurant and bar on site independent of the hotel. They don't have out by the lagoon. They didn't have a restaurant or bar out by the lagoon. See, that's where the problem comes in. It was all based on the hotel, and their restaurants and bars was in the hotel. So sure, somebody might have came out from the restaurant and bar and went to the little palapas, and underneath the palapas and in the loungers bring out some drinks to people, but they don't have a bar around the Crystal Lagoon. So that was the whole thing. So you could easily see me being an investor from a standpoint of I'm renting it out. That was a no-go zone for me. I was like, wait, hold on. You guys have changed everything. They're like, what do you mean? I said, no, you don't understand. This isn't, you changed everything. No replacement for the hotel, no replacement for the restaurant, bars, salon, spas, and all that for my guest that's coming. My guest that's coming, they might as well just stay downtown. If all they care about is a water park, which actually the beach isn't even a water park. They can go to the Caribbean water park downtown if they want to go to a lagoon type beach area and actually have more to do there than here and pay less. I mean, how am I supposed to charge somebody $300 a night, $400 a night? And all they have is nothing. I said, I'd rather get a place that's cheaper if I was going to do that. And then they can easily, I get to charge $250 a night, and they can just walk across the street and go to the Caribbean Lake Park. They can walk across the street and go to the Caribbean Lake Park bar, restaurant, all that, or go to Coco Bongo where they have all those food truck like out front. That gives them all type of opportunities. I said, you guys don't have none of that. And I can go buy another place damn near half price, like at Aurora Luxury, for instance, where Miguel has his spot. So remember, those are $167 fully furnished for a 2-bedroom there. I mean, and they have a theater, they have a restaurant and bar on site, they have sitting lounge areas, they have all kind of things there, and they're downtown. So I'm just like, you guys, you're messing up. So I don't see how it works, quite frankly. I just don't see how it works. Remember, at the beach, they don't have a pool. Remember that right now, unless they're going to put it on that condo hotel-y section. They don't have a pool, and they weren't going to have a swim-up bar at their pool. So they might have changed it to where they have a swim-up bar. So I don't know. Very interesting. Per Google, a Crystal Lagoon could cost over $1 million to build. Exactly. Where's that coming from? It came from the 20 building. Well, the arena and the 20 buildings, 24 buildings at the beach. That's where it came from. So that's why they had to. Okay, let me give you guys a little history, because he's actually asking, where did it come from? It has to be from sales. Exactly. If folks start to pull out, forget about the. See, Victor Morelos hit it right on the head. So here's what happened. That 25% thing, people pulled out. So, okay, let me give you guys some history lessons with the beach. A lot of people don't realize. So about a year ago, all right, about a year ago, they started talking about this 25% thing. But that's not actually the start of the story. A year ago, the Rosa was saying, hey, Eric, you better make a decision and lock under a contract if you want to actually do something, because I got to see the owners on Monday. It was like a Tuesday. On Monday, the developers are coming in, and even though we raised the prices, because they were raising it $5,000 per new phase, she goes, that's over. The developers are coming in and saying, we want to raise up the price. I was like, how much? She goes, I don't know. They're just coming in saying they want to talk about increasing the price. So then they increased the prices. It wasn't $5,000. It was 10. I can't remember the number, but it was something like 15 grand, at least for the units I'm looking at. It was something like 15 G's, 20 G's. Stuff that was previously 205, okay, 185. Now it's 205. And they started getting aggressive. Then it was 235 in a matter of seemingly 2 weeks. It was crazy. Then it went to 255. These are for 3 bedrooms, by the way. So that's when things started getting crazy. So what you're saying is exactly right. Once they found out the additional cost of the beach and what they were doing, they aggressively increased the price. And the beach that they made isn't even that big. I don't know how many people's been out there, but unfortunately, it's underwhelming, especially when you know there's going to be 24 buildings, potentially 500. Okay, if the place is full, 500 owners, but usually that's 1,000 people minimum if just two. But these places are 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, even a 4 bedroom. So let's just say if they're 90% full, there's going to be 1,500 people just on the beach property, and there's going to be from the arena equally another 1,500 people. So you could potentially have 500, 600 people in that lagoon. And when you go see the lagoon, you're going to be like, what the hell? I don't know about 500 or 600 people in here. Some people with paddle boats, kayaks. I don't see how it works. It's not that big. So all I'm saying is, unless something changes where they have another wall back somewhere that we don't know about, I'm a little perturbed at what they've done. They have had to cut corners because the build cost has exceeded what it originally was. That's why they had to put in that 25% increase last year, or at the beginning of this year, last year. They had to put that in there because of this $1 million to build. It's going to cost them more than that. And because the upkeep, like right now, who's doing the upkeep? No owners have to pay HOAs. And that's why they're not doing anything with it. Because I guarantee you that costs thousands, not 1, not 2, not 3, to run per month. It's insane. Mark my words, what's going to happen is that they will build something close to a lagoon, but it will be nothing more than an oversized pool. I hope I am wrong, because I have a few friends there. Victor Marrero, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Victor Marrero, did you ever go over there? Did you ever go to the beach and see the hole that was there from the get-go? Because one of the things, when I was at building 1, they had building 1 model done. And I standing out on the back patio area, and I saw the beach, and I'm telling Rosa, I said, hey, Rosa, I said, that beach is not like the brochure. It doesn't look like online. That beach is like seemingly like 100 yards away. I said, it seems like there's going to be at least 50, 60 yards of grass before you even get to that beach. She's like, oh, no, that's not it. It's going to be bigger than that. Well, it doesn't seem like it's bigger than that to me. It looks just like that spot that they already had dug out. That's how big it is. And I said, there's no way. That thing's not big enough. Not if you're going to surround it with all these units. And at the time, there was only 1 or 2 buildings. That's it. It wasn't like it is now. So I was very skeptical at that point. But remember, I still had a contract I still signed a contract with them, and it was based on, is the hotel still going to be there? Yes. Is everything going to be in place? Yes. Then all of a sudden it wasn't. And I was like, wait, that changes everything. Everything. So what are you going to do with the condo hotel? Are you going to bring in restaurants in here? No, I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I was like, okay, this is not going to be good. I only went there when there was nothing. I haven't been there since. Okay, so you haven't seen it, but your inclination is correct. It's not going to be cool. 2 hours, 15 minutes. I just don't see how it. Now, here's the thing though. After seeing the buildings, I love their design. I love all of it. I gotta admit, I love the way their buildings came out and turned out. It's beautiful. It's gonna look beautiful, and I'm hoping it turns out great. But all I know is at this point, it's nothing more than a condominium project with a big crystal lagoon, and there's no other. Well, they're supposed to have a soccer field, a child's playground area, tennis courts, I think, or basketball court maybe, barbecue grill area, and that could possibly be all she wrote. At the arena, they have no other amenities. They don't have nothing. They don't have a swim up bar, restaurant, nothing. The arena is basically condominiums, and people at the arena was going to come across and use the amenities at the hotel and the volleyball, beach volleyball setup, and whatever else they have there. So now it could be just strictly no better than any cheap condominium project, although the buildings are iconic. I like the way they look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough about beating up on the beach. But I have to say, if you're considering the beach and still, if you haven't already bought at the beach, I wouldn't recommend doing it. I'd be highly surprised. I mean, they could turn this around. Don't get me wrong. They could turn it around. It's just that it's kind of, I don't know. Because Victor Marrero brought up something very interesting, which I didn't even think about. Even though Conner Rock turns out to be where you don't have access to the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, he did bring up, at least when people are staying there is a restaurant, there is a bar, there is a swim up bar and snack bar at every one of their properties. So at least you got something, and you can always go to the beach as well. Even as a guest, you can go to the beach. So that's not a problem, the real beach. And so at least you can get, I mean, I don't know. Buying a condo and not being able to get something to eat nearby, that's not the ideal scenario. You want to be able to you want your guests to be able to walk and get something to eat. You don't want them to look at each other and be like, hey, we got to Uber it in, or we got to leave. And then they're like, well, why are we staying here then for a week? I mean, it gets kind of tiresome when you stay somewhere, and sure, you're in a condo so you can cook food, but it gets tiresome when you're out, because when you're going to another destination, you're usually out. Even though you have a condo, you're still out, during the day. Then when you come back, sometimes you're tired and you don't feel like fixing anything. And so if the option is I got to fix something or order it in, all of a sudden now it's kind of like, next time we come here, we got to stay downtown, or we got to stay at wherever, another location that we can late night go get something to eat, or go to a grocery store or mini mart, get something, instead of having to always go, well, we forgot to go to the grocery store. We don't have this, we don't have that, because that's how it works. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I only went there when there was nothing. They still have this spot at the beach, right? Access to that beach club. Victor Marrero. Yeah, they allegedly do. I don't, and as it turns out, people have to pay for the shuttle. It's not free, not including the HOA either. So another little thing that, once again, something that wasn't accounted for. So people staying at the beach can go to the beach club. It's going to be the Pearl Beach. Well, it was going to be the Pearl Beach Club, just so you know. And whoever gets on the shuttle there's a fee. They don't know what the fee is. So I figured owners and their guests get to go, right? You have your wristband or whatever the case may be. You get to use it, come and go as you please, but that's not the case. All right. So how a 5-star situation is supposed to work. I always talk about my spot at Vino Bello in Napa. Vino Bello in Napa, they're not downtown Napa, so they have a shuttle. Shuttle runs from 4 p.m. until, 11, 12 at night. So you can go downtown, eat, hang out, go party, do whatever you need to do. Get back on the bus 11, 11:30, whatever, 10:30, whatever. And free, no cost whatsoever. That's how you're supposed to do it. Not all places do that, because in Orlando, Westgate properties like Westgate Lakes, Westgate Town Center, they charge to take people to Universal, Disney, what's the other spot? The water spots, SeaWorld and all that. So they charge, but then again, it's expected to be charged. You're not claiming to be a luxury location. You're not claiming to be upscale, right? You're just a 3.5 to 4-star rated property, and you're in it for the money. You're a hotel. You're a hotel, timeshare hotel condo. So you're going to charge people for the shuttle. But when you're a condominium project and you have owners who are paying HOA dues, and we're going to pay for a shuttle, that starts to be kind of annoying. For each person, I have a 2-bedroom. I have 5 people. All of us are going to pay shuttle cost, and I'm paying HOAs. That doesn't make much sense. That's what they sounded like they're doing. That's a problem. So all I'm saying is the beach is probably going to be an awesome place along with the arena. It's going to be awesome. I know it is. But as far as the ecosystem and what I need as an investor for renting it out, because I'm not going to live there. If I'm going to live there, I would have no problem because I just love the way it looks. But again, if I'm renting it out, I need my guests to be comfortable. At Margaritaville, pool bars generate a ton of money per month, exactly, and they stay packed. Every time I go, it's over 100 to 200. That's right. That keeps our club fees low. Exactly. That's what they need to do there. Exactly. But they're not. They don't have any pools. Victor Marrero, they don't have a pool. They don't have a bar, snack bar on the lagoon area. And even if they did, that would be kind of crazy. And that when they took out the hotel, I don't even know if they're going to have a pool there. I'm pretty sure they will, but again, it's all up in the air if they're going to have restaurants. You can't have restaurants though. If you're not open to the general public, then what's the point of having a restaurant, snack bar? All you're going to have is renters. That's it. So you would have to have a ton of renters coming in to make it worthwhile for them to create a restaurant or snack bar. I don't know what they're going to do. It's not open. Even Conner Rock, look, at Conner Rock, at least there's a golf course there, and people might come in to play golf and stay at Conner Rock. At least, I mean, there's something. People might even pay a 1-day pass staying at Conner Rock Properties or Conner Pearl. At least you still have people staying there doing some other activities for being there, but it makes zero sense if all you are is a condo and renting out to people, and then you have a restaurant and bar, because most people are going to say, I'm eating in my room. Doesn't make much sense to have a party of 5 and you're going to spend $250 at the restaurant. It makes zero sense. You're just going to say, hey, where's the drinks? And then again, the first thing I do, I guess this is what my friends, like hanging out with me when we go on trips, because I'm like, first thing, we get in a van or we get in the SUV, get in the whatever. First thing is, I'm staying in a condo usually. I don't like hotels past 3 days, but I stay in a condo. First thing we're stopping at the grocery store. First thing, grocery store, liquor store, first duty before we even get to the hotel, before we even get to the condo. First duty. So I'm getting my rums, I'm getting the drinks, the sodas, I'm getting all that drink stuff I want. So it's very hard for me once I get to a complex and I go downstairs and the guy starts saying something crazy that's $20 a drink or some nonsense. I'm just like, dude, I got bottles up in my room that I have actual, not that watered down rum. I got the real stuff that costs overseas only $15, $20, $25. But I have several drinks. I'm not going to spend $25, $30 for drinks. That's crazy. So all I'm saying is that's what I just don't see how it works out that great for a lot of, if all you have is just I don't know what they're going to do over there. Whatever they do, it's going to be fine, but they'll probably pull it off. But like you said, Victor Marrero, without being able to have that revenue coming in, because bars, and they generate a lot of money. So, but again, if all you have is just a bar and a restaurant and no reason for people to hang out there, not many people's going to be at the bar or restaurant. That's all I'm saying. All right, enough about that. The guy, oh, by the way, I got to do a little video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do the debt box node video. I haven't done that one in a while. Check out this ecosystem for 3 minutes. Then we're going to end this tonight. So come join me tomorrow. Watch for the Larimar Smart City. Gennaro's going to be here giving us the updates in case you missed it. In fact, I'm going to show this. Let me go see something. I got to go look at something. Let me see if they've included the new buildings on their website. And then I'll go to the debt box node, which is passive income, which is another way for us to earn money while we sleep. All right. So I'm going over here. I don't know if they've updated their website where it goes the new project, because it's awesome. The new building is like a work of art. No, they have it. But tomorrow, we're going to have it. Okay. So you guys can see. I'm going to do this a little teaser. You don't want to miss tomorrow. He's going to be okay. Let me start something out here. First of all, they still have 1-bedroom units for $90,000 at Larimar City. They still have 2 bedrooms for $120,000. But their new M1 condo towers, it's $100,000 more. The 2-bedroom is $240,000, and the next level 3-bedroom is in the $300,000s. All right, so it's gonna escalate, but this is an unknown project, and there's still people in the DR. There's realtors in the DR. Unbelievably, do not think that they had the permits or anything to build 14 stories, 15 stories high. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I had them send them over. I saw the agreements with the county and this whatever there. They said to build up to 15 stories high, but they're only going 13. They said 15 in their paperwork. So they have it stamped. Their book is stamped. It's go. And there's realtors to this day still saying, oh, no, they can't build it. Now we have a 14-story tower in Cap Cana. And now all of a sudden, people are like, wait a minute. They might be able to really do this. So I think it's going down. Like I said, they've already had approved. The hospital's been bought out. The college has been bought. 2 of the hotels have been bought. I don't know what their terms are really. I don't know if they're leases or I don't really know, but All 4 of those already a done deal, and more to come. So all I'm saying is, you're seeing here on the screen, they're going to have an 18-hole championship golf course. That's one of the things. They're not at the beach, but you might have, well, you are going to have ocean view. All right. From the ridge, because this is on a ridge. All right. Just keep that in mind, because this is place. In fact, while I'm here, tomorrow, we're going to have Gennaro. He's the master broker. He's going to tell us about some new things that have occurred. All right. So I'm just going to go through here. They've kind of doctored up these videos, making it look even better. I mean, these pictures, but this is the walkway that, imagine walking there and having ocean views. And look at this, everybody, you still have a chance to have a northeast unit. Northeast is going to be ocean view from your unit. And they're 120, 119, or the new buildings is off the charts. I got to give them credit. Here's one of, well, these are just renderings, but this potentially could be what the hotel looks like. Seating areas and ocean view. I love this. If they're able, this is sweet. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is the potential view that you could have if you're like on floor 10. I'm just saying. This is potentially, I mean, this is nice to dream. This would be sweet if it actually looked like this with the colors, right? They do have a beach club, so that's why they're showing the beach. Just giving you an idea. And it could be Pearl Beach Club or any other beach club for that matter. Tennis court, sports complex, soccer field, and this pool view. And I don't know what this is right here. It probably is a villa. Fitness, yoga, university, security, spa, Central Park area with a lake, EV charging stations, casinos, restaurants with world famous chef names on there. One is already said, I'm in, from Spain. Restaurants, and of course the nightclubs downtown with an amphitheater. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exciting. I just love this project. I don't know what more to tell you. I love the project. It's sweet. All right. So tomorrow, don't miss Gennaro. He's coming back in the house. The house of no pain when it comes to these projects. I have nothing but love. Okay. Now, I was going to show the debt box video. 3 minutes. And then I'm going to tell you when we're going to have Gennaro on, because I got to check his message because he sent me a message.
Blockchain is redefining how we operate as a society, from supply chain to payment solutions. But the multi-step, profound essence of the technology also creates conditions that add confusion to the cryptosphere, sometimes feeling like opportunities are reserved for the upper elite. Revolution occurs when the physical and digital converge at a single point, where a whirlwind of ideas demolishes old concepts and builds something new amidst the ruins. Introducing the decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology, known as the DEPT ecosystem. DEPT is a vertically integrated, all-inclusive and home-based solution to blockchain complexities. All of the projects are unique in that each one is supported by or linked to a specific sector in the commodities market. Moreover, the collision of crypto and precious natural resources have generated a token that binds the entire system together. This is where crypto meets commodities. The DEPT token is the central support and utility token for the DEPT ecosystem. It features a growing list of token projects that will boast swap pairing with the DEPT token. Other ecosystem projects are deflationary, with transfer fees to support the network, discouraging frequent trading. Because of this, ecosystem token holders will be encouraged to transfer their project token value to the DEPT token before transferring and using it for trading and liquidity. Given its central role on the platform, the DEPT token will generate increased demand as more and more projects enter the ecosystem and projects mature. At its core, the DEPT ecosystem collectively gathers all sectors in the commodities market. Black Gold, or BGLD, is a revolutionary blockchain project based on the physical production and sale of crude oil. Natural Gas, or NATG, is an innovative blockchain project designed to streamline efficiencies in the world of exploration and is working to enhance the physical production and sale of natural gas. Grow's groundbreaking technology fosters participation in the growing industry of high-yield agricultural products. Digital linked metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, use cutting-edge technology to locate and extract rare precious earth metals. Along with our partners, both foreign and domestic, we ensure every metal token is linked with its physical counterpart. With many more projects on the horizon, the main goal of the DEPT ecosystem is to present complex commodities markets to you in a way that is easy to both understand and participate in, rewarding you for your support. The DEPT ecosystem is where crypto meets commodities. We are committed to projects that empower you, influence history, discover unexplored territory, shift perceptions with thedebtbox.com.
That's right. Pretty sweet. Well, Gennaro hit me up. He said, I think he wants to do it 11 a.m. So you're going to have to stay tuned. Pay attention in the morning. Come back and check the channel out. You'll see a live being prepared for 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's early. All right. Well, for some people early, but you know, I'm going to set it up for 11 a.m. Eastern, 11:05, and we'll see how that goes. So just giving you heads up, if you want to find out more, because there's some new information, quite frankly. There's new information. Let me see if I can find some. God dog it. I don't know where it is. I was actually going to show you guys some of it, but I can't. I thought I had it in here, and I don't. I don't even have their PDFs, which is weird. But that's strange. Anyhow, you guys will see it tomorrow if you're able to see the live stream. Otherwise, you'll have to check the replay. But yeah, this is going to be kind of cool. For Larimar, I know those are renderings, but based on my experience, they're close to what it will look like. Didn't know they will have a beach club spot. That's very, very sweet. Yeah. Oh, it's even deeper than that. It's pretty serious. Look, everything says, I can't, hold on a second. You know what? Let me go see something. Because you guys haven't, I don't know if people have seen the new buildings, because every 2 buildings are going to change up. Downtown is D2, and they have these others, which was Horizon. That's why I can't find it. It's Horizon Views is what they called it. And that's why I can't find it now that I'm realizing it. Horizon Views. I was looking under Larimar City, and I was going to post up some. Horizon Views is what it is. That's why I couldn't find it. And those are new buildings. These are the ones that cost $100,000 more. They're 200 and some thousand and 300 and some thousand. That's crazy. Well, not really crazy. It's kind of sweet. Let's see if I can. I can't believe it. I can't give you. I'm teasing you guys today. I'm teasing you. I thought I had the Horizon Views on here, and I don't have them. Wait, hold on a second. I can't believe it. No Horizon Views. I was going to break out the PDF so you guys could see it, but I don't have it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry. Another teaser, it looks like. Oh, wait. No teaser. It's coming. It's coming. Hold on. We have something. Okay. I'm going to show you guys. This place is sweet. It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on here? It didn't open up. Come on now. Let's see what's happening. M1. So when this opens up eventually, then we can go to the PDF. Wherever it is. Here it comes. All right. I'm going to give you a little preview. Hopefully he's going to have a little more. Hopefully he'll have a little more, but check this out. Okay. Just a second. Let me get the PDF up. Then we can talk about it. This is how we make passive income by making pre-construction investments. Again, $90,000 for a one-bedroom, $120,000 for a two-bedroom, and you can still get an ocean view because it's a square. Well, I don't know if each building how they're going to be built, but all I'm saying is, what the heck? All right, we got all kind of problems here. Hold on a second. Where's my stuff at here? All right, no love. PDF is here and doesn't want to show me. Here we go. Finally. This is only 12 pages. All right, this is only 12 pages. Let me get myself off the screen, off the side. Here we go. Check this out. Okay, here's the M1. And here's, right here are the first two buildings that they are going to build. Tower 1 and Tower 2. Everything in front, they still have units left. And here's where these buildings are. All buildings are going to have their own unique structure. They're not all going to be squares. They said they're making an art gallery with it. You see the golf course, championship. These little rectangles are villas that are going to be on this water section and on the golf course. The sports complex is down here. All right. You can see basketball, soccer, and tennis or whatever, fitness center and all that's going to be down there as well. So downtown is here. Restaurants, bars, nightclubs, mall, indoor, outdoor mall, casino, amphitheater, the biggest venue in Punta Cana region as of now. Bigger than anything in Cap Cana. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this potential view because this is going to be the view. Now, remember, you want to be 7 floors up minimum because the hotels are going to be 5 floors high. Well, they're going to be 4 floors high, but remember, hotels, just like you see here, usually might have a rooftop deck or whatever. So 6th floor minimum, but 7th floor and up minimum. So that way you will be, whether there's a hotel in front of you or not, you'll have the views because this potentially is the view. All right. So I'm giving you guys a late night preview and look at this. This reminds me of the old MGM. Laverne Penix, if you're still here, do you remember? Well, I don't know how long you lived in Vegas. Old MGM used to be structured this way. So everybody has a view, whether you're on the side or on straight on. It's beautiful work. I love this design. This is awesome. And the people that have these in units, the 3 bedrooms, let's just call it what it is. That is awesome. Walking straight out and have potentially ocean views is, well, like I said, if you're like 6th floor, I would recommend 7th floor and up, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is pretty sweet. And look how this is. You got pools in front of you, a kids play area, kids pool. This is, in fact, I missed out on showing some of that. We'll go, but this is the view right here for this 3-bedroom, and $300 and some thousand for this right now. You can only imagine how much this is going to cost 2 or 3 years from now. A lot more than that, especially if you can get some view like this. All right. I'm just saying. And here they are. I don't know which one this is. I think this is this is the 2-bedroom. Yeah, this is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 baths. And then here is this one you saw on the screen. This is the 3-bedroom. It's roughly 1,580 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths with the awesome terrace. 300 G's. That's it. Short and sweet. This is just a beginning. They just started selling these, so this is the first brochure that came out. So I'm going to show the down look. Look at this. The cabanas down here, the kids' play area down here. Just beautiful work. The pool areas, beautiful work. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Luxurious, little seating areas, open. I just love it. All right, that's it. See you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. If you want to join me and Gennaro and whoever else, come check it out. That's all there is tonight. 2 hours, 45 minutes. Please smash the like button. Share the videos. As you can see, we talked about stock market for the first 30, 45 minutes. We talked about real estate. We talk about anything you want financially, because anything can help improve your life financially. It's worth it. We talked about the cash flow NFT briefly. You can get in with that one way or another. Search the channel if you want to find out about any of these. I dropped the video today on the condos over in Cap Cana, Mares. That dropped earlier, 2 or 3 hours ago. So go check that out. If you want upscale luxury in a 5-star location where you possibly can charge people $1,000 per night, $700 per night, $500 per night, then those are probably going to be for you, along with Larimar City. I'm anticipating nice rentals there as well. Maybe not at the Cap Cana rate, but if you can buy something for under 250 grand and you can rent it out for 1%, $250 and up per night, you win. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's pretty simple. So if somebody buys a Laverne Penix property, like at the Wave for $79K, and now you can charge somebody $79 per night, you win. Or more, you win. Easily win. All right. Just keep those type of numbers in mind. Make it simple for yourself. All right. So if you buy something and it's 200 grand and you can only rent it for 150, you still are going to win. Even though it's not 1%. I'm greedy. Just keep that in mind. I'm like Mr. Wonderful a little bit. I'm greedy. I go for the higher rental rates. But even if I don't get 1% and I can get 80%, I'm still good when you buy right. That's the point. You have to buy low. We don't want to buy these properties 2 or 3 years from now when they're double the price. We want to buy them when they're half price now. Just think about it. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. All the members of the channel with the icons tonight, thank you so much for your financial support. Subscribers, thank you for watching. And please smash that like button, everybody. And see you on Friday night for the Friday night live stream at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, I'll see you then. And I want to thank you guys much again. So please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why I have to give you alternatives. 17% return, 15% return for dividend investing. Not even real high risk. You just got to pay attention. I gave you some. MVO Oil Trust. All right, that's one. ORC, I've been talking about that for 2 years, quite frankly. All right. 17% return, ladies and gentlemen, 18% returns possibly right now. Right now, not like it was something that happened months ago or anything. It's now. So you have a way, you have no excuse. You can put some money into some things. You can also get that NFT from Cashflow NFT. Go research that or research the Debtbox node. It's on the channel as well, backed by oil, gold, silver, natural gas, aluminum. Geez, a bunch of items that you can earn passive income on. You just have to spend a little bit of money and sit back and relax. One-time investments. With all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.